right now as I speak. It's 10:06 p.m. and it's January 24th, 2026. I'm thinking about all the videos that I recorded. And I'm thinking about the videos that I recorded today specifically. One was 2 hours and 8 minutes long. The other one was about 30 minutes long. But I locked them on YouTube. I didn't unlock them. Nobody should see them. Listen. I talked about dreams and visions that I had. I talked about stuff that I think that I feel like God is telling me. And August 14th, 2018, I went and got a Chevy Tahoe. I got a rental car. My car insurance was USAA. I had crashed my car. I had a 2018 Charger RT, yo. I crashed it against the curb. I was doing donuts in the middle of Plymouth and Schaefer. And I basically smacked into the curb in the midst of doing donuts and messed up the passenger side of the car. You know, the right tire had basically like jammed up into the car and stuff like that. So my cousin Sean King, had told me that he knew a dude on Puritan, Illinois, that do collision work. So I called USAA and they asked me which one I prefer, to send it to the dude that's at the collision shop on Puritan, Illinois, or if they could just take it to their own preferred shop. To be honest, I should have just gone ahead and let them take it to their preferred shop, where USAA would have took it to, probably would have took it to the actual Dodge dealership and went to the body shop and fixed the car up. You know what I'm saying? Because I let that dude on Puritan, Illinois work on my car, and he got me for like 6 bands, at least 6 bands, because he put a used part on there that came from a Challenger SRT 8. And then he also put some bullshit paint on it. But it was this lady that was on skates, skating around in the middle of the parking lot on Grand River and Evergreen. And this lady that was skating around in the parking lot, I just pulled up on her. I'm like, hey, what up, though? You know what I'm saying? I knew she wasn't from Detroit, because rarely did I see that in Detroit. I'm born and raised in Detroit, but rarely did I see ladies that just be moving around skating outside like that and shit. I saw that type of stuff when I used to go to the skate rink when I was younger and shit. You feel me? But she told me she was from California. I talked to her for a minute and I didn't even get her number. I just talked to her for a minute and then I pulled off. I was in that Chevy Tahoe. It was an all-black Tahoe, because I have free rental cars with my USAA insurance. After I basically paid the deductible for USAA to fix my car, I had free rental. Like I basically could rent a car for free all the way up until my car got fixed. I had I was driving an all-black Tahoe, and then I turned that in because I told them that something wasn't right with it. And then it was an orange Expedition I was driving around in. And I remember saying I should have just kept the Tahoe, because that Expedition was some bullshit. So the whole point I'm making is, I spoke of a dream that I had. And I was in the driver car. And I was looking out the window, and I was talking to some dog. I couldn't understand, why the hell am I talking to a dog, yo? I don't talk to dogs like they're human beings. Like, I like dogs and stuff like that, but I'm not that type of person that would treat a dog like a human being. You feel me? Like, I'm not that much of a dog lover, like, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't understand why in this dream I was talking to a dog. And my mom got out the car. She got out the passenger seat of the car, and then got out the car and walked away. And her hair was blue, and she was real, like, she wasn't skinny, but I could tell she lost a lot of weight. And I truly feel like that dream was telling me that my mom had got reeled out of California and was being starved and attacked and stuff like that, yo. And she had lost a lot of weight, and her hair was blue. And then I saw like this green grass, and it was like on a hill. And I saw a bunch of people rollerblading and skating down this hill, but they were skating on the grass part, on the grass. They was actually skating on the grass. I could not understand what kind of correlation that meant, because the only thing that I could think about was the summertime of 2018, when I pulled up on this lady in the middle of the parking lot. I think wherever that parking lot is over there on Grand River and Evergreen, I don't know what kind of store was over there, but I remember I just saw some lady like skating around in circles in the parking lot. And I just pulled up on her like, hey, what up, though? I was about to get her number, but I just said, never mind. I left it alone. I was like, never mind. So I don't know if that lady made up some type of lie, but there's no way that somebody can make up a lie in 2018 and then I can get stalked and lied on and slandered for what, motherfucking 7 years, 8 years straight. You know, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Unless people looking at me and they said, like I said before, you by yourself, They looked at me and they said, okay, I can have some fun with making up a lie about this guy, just making a mockery of this dude. And the main reason why I feel like there's no way somebody can make up a lie about me is because I knew a lot of people in Detroit back around that time in 2018, yo. Another thing. The only thing that can at least make me feel like I can kind of understand if somebody is moving in a fucked up way is if something was stated a long time ago. And it was and it was something that was scandalous. I talked about in the summertime of 2013, like this was 2013, I believe. Let me be certain. It was this one lady that I used to talk to, but I never had sex with her. She used to work on 12 Mile and Telegraph at the Meyer grocery store. You know what I'm saying? I used to drop her off at work. She stayed at those apartments that was off of 96 and Telegraph. You feel me? In Detroit. And I remember some kid that got hit by a car on West Chicago, yo, between Southfield and Greenfield. Some kid got hit by a car. And I remember parked at the liquor store, and this dude just walked up to me like, hey, man, can you drop me off at the hospital? Can you take me to the hospital? And he had tears in his eyes. I'm like, oh, no, bro, I really can't do it. Then I thought about it. I was like, man, come on, man, come on. You know what I'm saying? And him and another dude got in the car, and the man cried all the way on the way to the hospital. And I asked him if he wanted to hit my bottle because I had just bought a bottle of liquor. I was like, hey, bro, you want my bottle? And he reached in his pocket to pull out a bottle like I'm already fucked up. You feel me? After I dropped them dudes off at the hospital, I went to go hang out with this one girl. And I told her that some kid had got hit on West Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And she told me that she thought that was, she said she think that that's her ex-boyfriend's family member or something like that. And she called him up while I was in her apartment. And she asked her ex-boyfriend if that was somebody that was related to. And I still remember him answering the phone like, yeah, we fucked up over here right now. I got off the phone. I still remember all of that like it was yesterday. It was some people told me that it was some drunk lady or something that hit that kid or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But they told me that somebody had got caught for that. Somebody had like ended up going to jail or something like that. I still remember seeing the tape that was on West Chicago between Southfield and Greenfield. But in August 2024, I made like this public apology and I was like, hey, this one lady I used to talk to, I told her that I liked her better with long hair. Hey, my apologies. I was just saying my apologies because I told her I liked her better with long hair. You know what I'm saying? She had a cousin that a childhood friend of mine was basically like his best friend. And this dude named TJ back in the day that stayed in our old neighborhood. TJ had a homeboy that got killed back in like the fall of 2005. I think this was like October, November of 05. He had a homeboy named Damone that got killed, yo. Back in like 05, 06, I'm not even gonna lie, yo. It was a lot of people that was like my age and the niggas that I was cool with around Schoolcraft and Granville age or around Brightmoor age. It was a lot of people around like 15, 16, 17, like losing their life, yo. We wasn't running around, me in particular, I wasn't running around on some crazy thug shit, but that was a time when there was a lot of shit that was just going on around Detroit. It was just a different time around that time. But I remember asking old girl if she knew who that was, who Damone was, and she told me that was her cousin. I remember that. So I never told her that I knew who TJ was. I never told her that because TJ was from Joy Road. TJ moved on Granville and Acacia or Schoolcraft and Granville by like January of 2005 or something, or February of 2005 or some shit like that. So the reason why I'm talking about all of this is I spoke on this particular subject about 5 different times in 5 different videos. And I said, there's no way that somebody could have put that on my name. And the only reason why I keep thinking back on that, because there was a lot of fucked up weird shit happening around West Chicago's and Joy Road and Greenfield back in the summertime of 2013, yo. It was a lot of weird shit. People jumping in front of me, swerving over in front of me and shit while I'm driving, all kind of fucked up shit. It's a whole lot more stuff I wanted to speak on, but I already spoke on it in the video that I put up on my YouTube that's like 2 hours and 8 minutes long, and it's another one I spoke on that's like 30 minutes long, but I ain't unlocked it yet because I'm trying to still figure out if God is telling me. I'm trying to figure out what all the God is telling me, yo. But that lady on Grand River and Evergreen, I'm sitting here saying to myself, And I'm waiting for the truth, but I'm also saying to myself, there's no way that lady could have made up a lie about me, and then it could have been something that was so fucked up to follow me for 7 years straight or 8 years straight. There's no way, because the only way that that could be maintained is if a whole bunch of people, and I mean a lot of people, said, okay, we know this a lie, but we're going to let that shit ride on that nigga AJ. We're going to let that lie just hover over that man's whole life. So when I moved to Cali, I said, all right, I'm about to get my shit together. I'm going to stay focused on what I'm trying to progress on, and I'm going to just leave it at that. And a lot of people worked as a team to make up a lie about me, yo, for no fucking reason. No reason. And if you want to attack me, cool. Like, if you want to bad talk me or scandalize my name, all right, I don't care about that. At one point in time, I feel like that was the most worst shit to be dealing with. But when I realized that family members of mine look like they've been cloned and been getting reeled out, I was like, nah, yo, I ain't letting that go. No, because I'm not bothering nobody. And now my most fucked up worries is thinking that something bad is happening or happened to my family. You feel me? There's no reason at all that somebody could feel like I'm going to go behind your back and attack somebody that you love, and I'm not going to say anything directly to you. Because in my mind, I feel like you already know that I'm being lied on, but you just want a reason to justify moving in a scandalous way. So you're not going to tell me what's been stated about me. That way you can still maintain and prolong whatever it is that you're trying to maintain and prolong over my life, yo, or my family life. All the dysfunctional, fucked up shit I've been through in my life, I still said it from the very beginning, and still say, like, as long as I've been talking about this stuff for the last couple years, I let it be known from the very beginning when I first started releasing videos on YouTube to right now. I never will and never have allowed somebody to try to bring physical damage to family members of mine, yo. No matter what I've been through with them. I never physically assaulted some female. I don't know what kind of lies been told, but for everybody to work as a team to basically try to make up a lie about me and frame me and sabotage me, it's a lot of people that's on the judicial side that's helping maintain that, because that's the only way that something that scandalous could be maintained for that long, yo. I said this enough times, but I spoke about a whole lot more dreams that I had, but I'm going to just leave it at that, yo. God bless to everybody. And then on a positive note. It's 10:20 p.m. January 24th, 2026, yo.